Welcome back to Driveblox Beyond Unlimited, after another few months. But it's okay because the dev comments also said that. Yes, the dev comments. It's a feature that was added 1.5 updates ago. You can read the previous ones by just pausing the video. Let's do the current ones. Yeah, another month worth of more late update. Now with not much content and some features. This game now has console support. That didn't age well. But to celebrate this, there's now a very fast car, which I'll show later. There can be fast cars without a drag timer. So now there's actually a drag timer, which I'll also show later. And there's now achievements, which are pretty basic and don't really add much to the game. There's no Halloween update because he's burnt out. And that's pretty much it. I can't scroll because this feature broke the entire game. I will be showing the last 2 updates because I just didn't do video on the last one for some reason. The first new feature is this loading screen. At first I thought it was very annoying, but it's actually pretty okay now. First I'll start with the update to 4.9a. The first new car which is added is a used car, the Lincoln Navigator. Its speed is 60, which is about the same as the 200 SX with nitro, and it's also faster than the Chevelle without nitro. Pretty fast for just an SUV. But it has a classic Driveblox game feel to it because it's not that detailed. And it has pretty big bricks. And the pillars are also very off for some reason. I think it's like that in the real car. But the grille is very detailed for some reason, even though the entire body isn't. Now it's time to go to the next dealership. This the card kiosk. There are 3 new cars in this dealership. All of them look the same, and they're called CI cards. And the CI stands for copyright infringement, because they're all actually just from Mario Kart. The 3 different trim levels are just different speeds. There's not much difference except the main color and how fast they are. This one has a gold exhaust to show, which is why it's 50,000, because it's super small. So it can take turns very fast. It's definitely a very good car for the track. So try to set a lap after this. 24 seconds. That's probably very fast. And there's some sad news in this update. They removed the BMW M5 CS, but for that they replaced it with another car, the Audi RS5 Sportback. I don't know why it was removed, but this car is probably better. I don't really know why, because this is also just a different version of a car which is already in the game, the S5 Sportback, which is the same thing as the M5 CS, which is a faster version of the M5 competition, which is also in the same dealership as this thing. But I guess this one looks better. I can even get in it and drive it. This game is that broke. I don't know what games like this. I just can't. It just doesn't let me buy the car at all. I'll just try to put footage later. Here, finally. It goes 100 SPS, but it's actually different in real life. But it actually goes 105. This is false advertising. Then I'm gonna sue this game. And to continue the European cars, here's a Lamborghini Miura. It looks very long and sad from the front. But what isn't sad is that it has bonus handling apparently. So let's test that out. It's also about as fast as the RS5 Sportback. Even though it's 30 years younger. Amazing. The handling doesn't seem too much better than it would normally be. So I guess it's also false advertising. Not a reason to sue this game. But you can make this thing have the same colors as the Lamborghini Miura SV. There's a golden one, which is pretty cool. And I have a red gold SV, which is how it should be. Now it's time to go to the other side of the map. Town 88, the home of entertainment. There's a new dealership there. It isn't just a new dealership, it's the new dealership. It's a Hyper Dealership 2, but it uses the old image for some reason. All vehicles here have higher slap prices, 15 to 30%, to complete huge losses. Be aware when buying a car here. I don't really know what that means, because if you buy a car here, then you're definitely going to be driving it a lot to make the money back. It costs $2 million. It's an A-class car, which is pretty weird because a car that much should be the S-class, but it isn't that fast. It does make bonus cash flow, and here it is. It's not as fast as the Tesla Roadster or even the Bugatti Veyron. It does make more money, and the model is a lot better. has some pretty good handling. It's really pretty good to drive the car in the track. This thing also has two-tone paint, so you can make the yellow stuff pink or something if you want, and make the body green. Now you have a beautiful car. And from the back it looks like someone just ripped out the bumper. Well, you can see the green from here too, but I think that's intentional. But I think one thing that was intentional is this car not giving any money or distance like when it was first released. It's a tradition at this point to release a car which doesn't give you any money or distance in every update. And I forgot this dealership, and I don't think anyone else even remembers it. But this is a utility dealership. There's a new car here, the F-150. Could even be it's here. It's in a way so you don't buy it. It's pretty cheap. It's super big so you can run people over with it. Your avatar can't even fit in it, hell. I think it's almost as big as an entire lane. You can't wait for a semi-truck to be added into this game. This car isn't really anything special. It has very good handling for such a big car, but it also has no engine noise for some reason. So it probably doesn't have any engine at all, it's just being moved by a lot of people. Which is also how it has this good handling, probably. But by far the best thing which was added in this update is the new cash saving. Previously, if you were Class C, and you got like 5 million money by driving a car, and rejoined, you'd only get 16,000. But now if you did that again, you would actually have only 5 million money saved, because all the money that you get after the preset amount for each class is actually saves. This is one of the best features which was added in the game ever, because the old saving system was super annoying. Because if you just drove for like 5 hours straight, if you had like 50 million, then all of it would just go to waste and you have as much money as someone who just joined the game. But the worst thing about this update is that there's no more million distance tag. So they don't care about me anymore, or all the other people. And time to move on to the next update, 510A, the current one, which is from about 1-2 weeks ago. The new minimap, which isn't really useful because it is so zoomed in, but you can zoom it out by clicking these buttons. And this also kind of broke the entire game, because you can't click the middle of the screen. So there's just more sections that help, but it doesn't matter because you can't even click them right now. It just goes to show how much the developers care about this game. There's now achievements in the game. As I said, they're pretty basic. You just go to the used dealership, buy any of these cars, and get a badge. And then you go to the Japanese dealership, get a badge. The European one, get a badge. US Muscle, get a badge. Hyper dealership, get a badge. And then this is the final one, which is for buying the SRT Tomahawk X. Which is the next car that I'm gonna show. My cool new contributor car. Which is one of the features which was added a while ago. The car was really fast, right? Well, there's actually nothing compared to the car I'm about to show you. To celebrate the launch of this game on PlayStation, not anymore, the SRT Tomahawk X Vision Gran Turismo 2035. It costs 5 million. It's in Class S+, the new class, and it has a max speed of 400. This is by far the most expensive and the best car in the game. It's also much faster than any other car because the Tesla Roadster is 200 SPS, and this thing goes 2 times faster than the Tesla Roadster. And the Roadster is already quite hard to handle. So I wonder how hard this thing is. So going straight with this car is quite a challenge, because if you just let off the accelerator, it just turns. And if you try to brake, sometimes it just slides off. But the thing has two-tone paint, so you can make it green and hot pink. But sadly the roof doesn't really get changed. It's just this and this. And the rims will get changed because that's how this game works. We always try to get a fast time with this car. I think it's actually impossible this time. Because if you want to get a good time, then you have to make sure that you don't use this thing's speed. Because it is that fast. Going too fast will want to just make it blow up. And you will just hit walls over and over again. I think that it's actually possible to get a good time with this car. The Tesla Roadster is probably the fastest car in the game for tracks still. This is probably my best run so far, and it's still only 23 seconds. My best friend of the Roadster was 14366. And the last new car in these updates is a Ford Crown Victoria. This is the first free police car. It's probably not that good. You have to beat police to get this car. It just doesn't let you get it for some reason. You're just in all of its glory. Look at how beautiful it is. Wow, it looks so good. With all this detail. He has the entire shape right. And the front is so detailed. Look at the siren. Wow. You can also make it have two-tone paint. Just make it look like a normal Crown Victoria. I'll make this one a taxi. A very yellow one. That makes it look even better in banana yellow. It's a new drag which I talked about earlier. There's some new lights. There's a sound which is from Mario, I think. Because it's really slow, so I had to speed this all up. Random Fifi has won the drag race driving the Ford Crown Victoria Police Adjuster for P71 2018 26.99 seconds. Hell yeah! A new tiny feature is also that all the cars now have license plates. All of the dealership cars now have their own license plates to show that they are indeed dealership cars. The game is set in the US, so all the cars mostly only have license plates in their back. But what makes this helpful is that you can see which cars are VIP or not by their license plates. A feature I forgot to show is that there's no light button. This works for every car in the game which has halogen lights. Yes, there's halogen lights now. Cars that will not have their lights fade out instead of destroying immediately like LED lights. So I leave the lights feature only for the halogen cars like I just mentioned. So if you have a modern car, you can't turn on the lights. And to prove how broken this game is, they said that if you go in a limited dealership, we teleported a little bit to the front, so this doesn't happen. But it's still happening. It's been like 4 months since they did this, and it's still broken. It's still broken.